And today I'm not here to talk about NSF contests, no spell bee, math bee, or no contest. And I'm not here to update you on any of the NSF India projects. I'm here for something else. I'm here to tell you, I'm here to show you what kind of difference each one of you is making by just being part of NSF. That's my talk today. I believe most of you, if not all of you, are aware and involved with one side of the NSF coin, that is the educational contest in US, to help our children excel in academics like spelling, math, vocab, public speaking, etc. But NSF was never really meant for this contest. The founder's vision and the purpose of the foundation lies on the other side of the coin, which is to offer a lifetime gift of education to the underprivileged in India. So today I'm going to share a short story to tell you how successful NSF has been in making that purpose. Because India is a country in which there's a huge gap between the rich and poor, and there's no fair competition. No matter how much I excel at school level, my college seat is not guaranteed because there's a price tag attached to it. So the primary objective of NSF has been to make a difference, to encourage excellence among the poorest of the poor in India. So that's exactly, I'm going to share a short story how that mission has been going on. So all I'm going to share is basically the story of one of my best friends. It's a very interesting life journey. I'm sure you are going to enjoy it. This boy is basically from a lower middle class family. His father was a small time tailor in the village, and he stitched clothes for people in the village. His mother runs a small kirana shop, and he does so well in his academics at school level. He was actually a state ranker in his 10th standard, 12th standard, and he was also one of the toppers in MSET. MSET is a state level entrance examination to get you into a professional college. So he topped all that. So without any second thought, he was actually expecting himself to get into a professional engineering college and start working on his 4-year engineering degree. But to his surprise, that was not the case because there was a price tag attached there. So the initial requirement was to be ready with the 10,000 rupees as a counseling fee, which was close to $250 American. And for all 4 years of the graduation, to cover his hostel accommodation, food, books, he should be ready with around 40 to 50,000 rupees, for all 4 years. That was a huge amount for him. So when he went to father, when he approached his father with the situation, the very first thing his father said was, "Are you out of your mind? You know, I'm only a tailor, and your mother runs a small kirana shop, and you see how much we make every day. There is no way we can save you so much of money, even if you give another 5 years of time. So what you do is stop dreaming about your education, come sit with me, learn some stitching, and I promise you that I will make you a #1 tailor in the village. That's my promise." So my friend was literally shocked, with his father's words, but soon he realized what he was talking about. He realized that he was right. There was no way he could afford his tuition cost. But that realization was very frustrating, and he spent many sleepless nights thinking about why should he stop studies? Why all of a sudden my state ranks, my certificates, my so-called academic excellence do not count? And there's something happened there. Some of the village elders in the village, they wanted to help this little boy, and they came up with an idea of fundraising event. That fundraising event was to conduct a benefit show in one of the local theaters. So they played a movie in local theaters, and they collected around 6,000 rupees through the benefit show, and they gave it to the family. But that 6,000 was nowhere close to the requirement. So this boy thought, all doors are closed. That's it. I should stop dreaming about my education. I should become, I should follow my father to become another tailor in the village. So that's what he was prepared for. But then a miracle happened that time. When he came across an organization, a small paper ad in the newspaper about an organization which started a scholarship program to help the poor and merit students. So he applied for the scholarship, and fortunately he was selected as one of the very first beneficiaries of the organization. And with that timely help from the organization, he never looked back. He could finish his graduation from JNT Kakinada. He did masters from IIT Kharagpur. Then he joined a multinational company called TCS, a software firm, in March 1996. After initial training of 9 months in Mumbai and Chennai offices, this boy was promoted as a project lead, and his first assignment was in Memphis, Tennessee, United States of America. So all of a sudden, a local Tyler family became an NRI family. The life-changing event in this case, in this situation, is basically the timely support received from this foundation, which made a huge difference in his life. If that did not happen, he would have not finished. He would not have finished his education. He would have followed his father, not knowing anything about education, not knowing anything about this wonderful world of opportunities, and probably not knowing anything about himself. And the name of the organization which made a huge difference in his life is NorthSouth Foundation, NSF. So now you all know what kind of difference you are making by just being part of NSF. You are changing lives. You are, literally. Fortunately, interestingly, the story didn't end there. In 2002, nearly 6 years after he got the job, this boy started thinking about, wait a minute, what happened to my life? Where was I 12 years back? Where am I now? What was that life-changing event for me? Why a person sitting in Chicago, United States of America, is so concerned and wants to help a poor student from a village in India? What exactly connects them both? So this strange thinking encouraged him to think something beyond textbook for the first time in his life. So he decided he should pay it forward. So he started his own organization and started finding people like himself, the poorest with best merit, and then start helping those people. To his pleasant surprise, what's happening is the scholars that he has been helping are becoming sponsors, by paying forward in their own way to the other needy people around. So, so far he has managed to provide 800 scholarships, which is worth of 34 lakhs of rupees. But more interestingly, he has been successful in inspiring the scholars to become sponsors. Almost 40 to 50 alumni of his organization do contribute to the scholarship program every year without fail on a regular basis. So the significance of this experience is to show how the scholars can be motivated to become sponsors. And once again, something else happened in 2012. Nearly 16 years after he spent his IT career in US, this guy thought he should shift the gears again. He actually shocked his employer, family, friends, and well-wishers with his decision to quit his well-paying IT job at the age of 40, and he returned back to his village. So his life turned more interesting after his return to India. He always believed that education only can change things for good and can make a difference in the world. So he started going around the schools, colleges, hostels, trying to understand what the system is all about, and trying to meet all the stakeholders, the students, the teachers, the parents, the government officials, and the other non-profit organizations to understand, what is this education system? What can I do? How can I make a difference? And fortunately for him, he did find several opportunities that, he can make a difference. For sure, he wanted to spend the rest of his life helping around people in the area of education, and he started streamlining things in his organization, coming with programs to address things in the system. There are actually 5 issues, the 5 major things that he found, that need some help right away. Number 1, this is actually to do with the more of a school children, the children from government schools and colleges mostly. Number 1, underestimating oneself. I don't believe in myself. I lack self-confidence. If I am from a poor family or I'm a physically challenged person, I just give up. I don't realize my own potential. I don't realize the wonderful opportunities around me. I just give up. I completely underestimate myself. That is number 1 issue. Second, lack of employability skills. This actually applies to the children from even corporate schools also. I study, I score marks, ranks, grades, I get a degree, but I cannot speak with confidence. I cannot even prepare a simple PowerPoint presentation. I'm not employable. I cannot express myself. So how can someone hire me? So there's a lack of employability skills in almost 80% of the graduates today. The third problem is a stressful and low quality education. The whole system is madly running after the marks, ranks, credits, and there is hardly any textbook that can tell me how to handle my failures, how to handle stress in my life, how do I become a leader, and why I should be a socially responsible person. There is no place for all these life skills in the curriculum. So moreover, there's too much rote learning that is happening, and the malpractice, the copying in the examination system, it drives us so crazy. So no one really cares about the value education anymore. There's too much stress on students, parents, teachers, and the generation is in trouble, and something has to be done to change this one. Number 4, adolescent girl education. I'm an adolescent girl going through a lot of physical and emotional changes, in me, and I need some help. Things like menstrual hygiene, my emotional changes, and my peer pressure. There are a lot of things which I need to talk to someone, but I don't have a reliable source whom I can freely talk to and get some things clarified. So what's happening is that half knowledge on these things are really ruining my life. So there is no awareness about this adolescent girl education in our high schools and system. And last but not least, there is no career guidance. Absolutely no idea about my career options at school. If suppose I have a strong passion towards teaching, I want to become a teacher, but I don't know how far I should study, what competition I need to go through, and how much difference I can make being a teacher in society. So there's absolutely no place in the curriculum to plan my career. So these are the top 5, some of the topmost issues in the system, and something has to be done. And I'm proud to say that this guy actually found some solutions, and he's been trying hard to come up with programs to address each of these issues in the school education. And what a life journey has been so far. A truly blessed soul, right? Thanks to NSF again. And I'm sure some of you already know about this. And the final twist in the story is that person's name is Surya Prasad, the founder and mentor of Power Charitable Trust, which is myself. So that's myself, and that's my story. It is, I started like saying that it's one of my best friend, but that best friend is me. So I'm a live example of what organization like NSF can do. So that's what I said in the beginning. You are making a difference by just being part of NSF. Right? Please continue to do that. And I'll conclude by saying, just take one more minute. We show so much pride that India is the youngest country by 2030, and we are going to be the most energetic. Yeah, that's true, very true. But what we don't realize is the fact that how that energy can destroy the whole system if not channeled in the right direction. That is exactly what is happening now. The rampant eve teasing on the roads, the atrocities on the girls and women, irrespective of their age, the suicides in the colleges, even in IITs, the divorce rate within 2 years of the marriage, it is not going in the direction it should be. Our children need help right at the school age. And unfortunately, we focus too much on academics, and we are so concerned about producing a world-class engineer, a doctor, teacher, architect. That's fine, but what we also have to make sure is that world-class teacher or a doctor, engineer, is he going to lead a happy, healthy, productive life and become a positive energy to society, or will she or will he become turn selfish and become a threat to society? Unfortunately, we don't have a ready-made template or a mechanism to measure this. All we can do is to catch them young, right at the school age, and teach some life skills. Talk to them about what the whole life is about, and how to lead a happy, healthy, productive life. And that's exactly what is required to do this now. That's the only way to change the society to be a better place to live in. That's exactly what we are trying to do at our organization, trying to come up with awareness programs for children in schools, colleges, and hostels. So over the next few years, what we are planning to do is coming up with programs which are self-sustaining in nature, to address all these issues, and then make some difference in school education. Just to because we don't want to create just successful people. We want to produce successful and responsible citizens. That is our responsibility. So once again, I promise you that every penny that you donate to NSF and every minute you volunteer for NSF counts and reaches the most deserving in our home country, India. So please continue your patronage. And once again, I would like to thank every one of you for giving me this wonderful opportunity to be part of this wonderful conference. And I conclude by saying one thing which I always believe in, try to practice. Your talent is God's gift to you. Your talent is God's gift to you. And what you do with it is your gift back to God. Thank you once again. Thank you all.